Welcome to The After Show, the show where we get into you raw and real about your favorite mainstream and reality TV show and the actors we love or love to hate. Tonight, we'll be talking about Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home, Season 2, Episode 2. And trust me, no topic is off limits. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to the guys on the couch. Guy number 2, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm guy number 2. Pull up and have a seat, because they're in for a treat.
It's always a treat on the after show. And a few tricks, too. Guy number 3, say hello to the people.
Hey, I'm guy number 3, and I can't wait to chat.
I can't wait for him to chat either. He's back. He's back. He's back.
And she needs no introduction. Trinity, talk to the people.
Hey, everybody, this is Trinity, and I will not disappoint. Yes, I have the female perspective and is waiting for you.
She gives it to you raw, and she gives it to you real.
And I'm your host, C.C.Cowan, the talk of New York City. And we're about to break this thing down for you. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, look, what can we say about Too Close to Home, Season 2, Episode 2? Lots of stuff going on here. We got a lot of new characters on the show. Interesting eye candy on the show. A lot of stuff. So much stuff that I'm going to let my co-host just go in on this show. Yeah, it was really good. This episode was really good. So look, let's start with the darling Trinity. Trinity, weigh in on Season 2, Episode 2 of Too Close to Home. Talk to me about that doggone girl.
The continuation, the bus has stopped, all the trailers are wide open, and the business is about to be spread. Oh, my goodness. We've got miserable lovers, emphasis on miserable. We've got, oh, my goodness, Rebel, Rebel's going through a thing. What is she, 13, 14 years old? Rebel's going through a thing with her mom is back. Somebody's pregnant. We don't know who, but somebody's pregnant. That'll be out soon. Dax is still throwing his hissy fit. Valerie can't wait to leave. Grandpa, was going out. What did he call her? Did he call her Ebony? Something he called.
Oh yeah, Grandpa.
Oh, that was a flashback. Oh, so much. It's piping hot. The president called looking for his boo thing. Supposedly she fakes not being interested, but I mean, come on. She's scared of the first lady, rightfully so, but she's scared of the first lady. So much is going on. So much is happening. Brody ain't scared of nobody. I'll just leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there because I know Mr. C is going to go with that.
Look, I want guy number 2 to pick it up right there because I know he ain't scared to say what he has to say about the show. So come on, weigh in.
When I tell you this cast, this is an explosive cast. We got some new characters on here. We got some black people in Happy Alabama living in a couple of the trailers, okay? So we got a regular Peyton place going on, and it's really about to go down. Love the way the show opened up. But we've got some twists and turns going on because, you got a pissed-off president's wife, who I love, and we've got some other people who we just don't know what's going to happen because, the new characters are giving something to you. You got one that's having an affair. She's gone over and walked over on the trailer door of the other one, and now she's ready to pick a little fight with her because she feels like she's creeping through the blinds. So there's a lot going on. But that Shelby. That Shelby. What can I say about that Shelby?
That Shelby is a hot cream cheese sandwich with pickles on locust bread. That's what she is. Hot cream cheese.
That's Shelby, boy. We gotta wait to see how that's gonna turn out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guy number 3, tell us what you thought about season 2, episode 2, Too Close to Home.
Isn't that what the mother asked Shelby to give her? Bring her some of that food to her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she was it's no wonder that she's 500, 600 pounds, laying up in that room and unable to get up off that bed.
And trying to
with her mirror on her bottom of her cane.
Yes, she got beautiful to get sympathy.
Peeks out the window to see what's going on outside the trailer.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's like, oh my God. I mean, we have the black people. We have that system. We have that sister that's having an affair with the girl. I don't know where the guy's wife is. Where did she go? We didn't see her anymore.
Never seen her. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, where did she disappear? And then we haven't seen the other girl's husband. He didn't come because I think he's in the army. He hasn't came on the set yet.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Stop you, guy number 3. Let me just stop you because you just talked about our people like you was one of them hillbillies on If Love You Was Wrong. Because we got them black people.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta get their names. Okay, we got the sister. I believe her name is Gina. She's having an affair with the neighbor. And then we were looking for the guy's wife. She's nowhere in sight. So then we got the neighbor that's peeking through the blinds. The girl, I believe her name is Frankie. So we don't know what her story is. All we know is that she's really good friends with Brody. So we don't know where that's going. And yeah, then we got the Victor, and then we got Dax. I'm dying to see what JB does to Dax, because he looked like he was going to do something in that Jeep that he was in. He was filling on his leg and everything. So I'm dying to see what goes on with that.
Oh yeah, that's getting ready to explode. Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, he probably gonna take him somewhere and break it like he broke up his boyfriend's ribs.
Yeah.
Like he broke up his ribs. So I don't know. Listen, the guy that you're talking about, his name is Elm, the mystery guy. His acting name is Nelson Estevez. That's his real name, Nelson Estevez. And he plays a character by the name of Elm. He's a mystery man. We don't know who this guy is, really.
He's just a neighbor. He's just one of the neighbors.
Yeah, but who is he?
I mean, where was all these people in season 1? We didn't see any of them. The trailers was they locked up in the trailers? Tyler Perry didn't give him the key or something.
I told you the trailers was wide open and the bus has stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an idea of where these people came from. These new cast members. So what I assume is season 1 was, Obama was still in the chair, President Obama, and so it was Lily White Trailer Park. And then Donald Trump took office on the 20th, and so all the black folk had to move down with those folk down there.
In the trailer park.
Oh my God.
But what I learned is the girl Gina, when she was talking to Elm and she was telling a little backstory, and she's very good friends with Shelby, and she mentioned in their and they were going to New York to be actresses, and it didn't happen. So. But they were friends. So where was these people at, in the first season? But she got tangled up with this affair, so I guess they were somewhere there that we just didn't see them until season 2.
They might have been there. They might have been hiding behind that mama.
That's right.
Might have been hiding behind that mama. That's right.
I want to see that. I want to see that mama. When was the last time that she showered? they haven't been in there and shower her, so you got to get showered.
But she's trying to get some food first. She's trying to get somebody to come in there, but it was late. It was after midnight, so.
It was after midnight. Can't even after
midnight. She was begging Shelby, and Shelby was like, no.
Like, no, don't get me in that.
I love that character, you guys. I mean, we're poking fun and we're joking, but I want her to know if she's tuned in. And anybody else that's tuned in who happen to be plus size or, obese in weight or anything like that, who happen to have a problem with their weight, I love them. I love that woman.
Okay.
I love the fact that she said, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. This role, and I'm going to tear this role down. I think we got a lot to see that's going to be coming out of this woman. I think she got a lot to give, and she's going to give it to you. I love in the promotions the way that she is just sitting on, I don't know what kind of chair is holding her up.
No, she's in a bed. She's in a bed.
No, she's outside in the promo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the promos, yeah.
Yeah.
Baby, that's a titanium steel Arenado pool. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But she and I'm looking to see her give us a whole bunch of drama. I want her to go into this is what I like to see, guys. I like to see those daughters of hers go back to D.C., stir up some drama, and I like to see that mother come behind them. I like to see that mother go to D.C. and plop her big behind right down on the president's desk. Unmovable, unshakable. I'd love to see it.
Do the promos. I mean, we see the commercials and the promos, and we see the First Lady. She actually comes to that town, so I don't know what's going to happen then. I can't wait to see what happens.
It's going to be really good. So, look, let's talk about the fact that it was Dax that left, and he did get in the truck with JB, and JB began to kind of touch on him and feel on him. And JB began to, I think he got really fearful at that point, you guys, because he realized what had happened to his partner, and now he had put himself in this very dangerous situation. Not really knowing where a hotel was, and if there was even one along the road that JB was taking him to, and it was pitch dark outside. What do you guys think is going to happen? Is JB going to take Dax to a hotel, or is he going to take him somewhere where some of those other hillbillies are, and they're going to beat him down? What do you think is going to happen? Guy number 2, tell me what you think.
I think he's going to take him somewhere and either have him beat down, or he's going to take advantage of him. He's definitely going to take advantage of him in some kind of way. So I would hate to see two guys get their butts beat on the show, but I think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen.
So Trinity,
I think he's.
Go ahead, guy number 3. Go ahead.
No, I think he's going to take him to the set of If Loving You Is Wrong. Those are their family too. Those are Park family. No, those are Park family too. Tyler could put all these shows together. I mean, and have like a two-song. So I think he's gonna take them over there to the mother and father on If Loving You Is Wrong.
Well, the mama's in a boat and the daddy shot dead, so I don't know if he's going to take them to the boat, but they might be on the other side of the pond. They might be on the other side of the pond.
They might be. Maybe he's going to jump in and save that baby.
Yes.
Gosh. Oh, my gosh. Listen, so I want to know from Trinity, so do you think that JB is kind of low-key DL?
JP might be taking some of his own product. Let's don't forget, he probably wasn't just driving it around, and he probably was taking some of it. That might be the first perspective. The second thing, remember now, Dax is highly upset. He is pissed off. He is at exponential, right now. So in that anger and in that strength is something, were to happen, I think Dax is going to fight his way out of it. And it's better to get, now he knows nothing about the woods. He didn't know anything about the sticks. He's straight up city guy. So that's where JB, would get him. If you say he just wanted to, throw him in the woods somewhere. But I think that JB probably is taking some of his own product, and, he might think that, okay, Dax has, sexual preference, but that doesn't mean Dax is not going to fight for his life either.
Right.
So, no, he doesn't know the town, but he does know how to run away from danger.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so that's my thought. I think that if something tries to go down, Dax is going to fight his way out.
Well, he better know how to fight because he's out there in the woods with that hillbilly
that's
or whatever.
That's why I said he knows nothing about the sticks, and that would be his downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he better know how to do something. You talking about fighting because he looks like the Man of Steel. I don't know if you guys noticed that. To me, he looks like Henry Cavill, and he will want to be Superman out there with JB. He will want to be.
He's gonna need to be.
He's gonna need to be. Okay.
And JB looked like he was high too. He looked like he was high.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Like he's taking some of his own product now.
Yeah. Well,
He rubbing his
that's the
neck and rubbing his head. Mm-hmm. But look, guys, somebody that really disappointed me this episode was that Brody. That Brody.
That Brody.
I could not believe he give me butter. Listen, he's usually smooth as butter, but he didn't give me butter this episode. He was very rude when Dax came out of that house, and he kind of, you better be nice to my dad. You better be respectful to my dad. And I don't see what Dax disrespected to Dad.
Daddy, he's daddy.
Yelling. That's probably just yelling. That's what I think. Brody is usually, he's, pretty, for the most part laid back. Dax is used to people, used to snapping his finger almost, and people kind of fall in line. They kind of forget, they're in the country. And I think that's what Brody was alluding to when he says it's a lot of heavy equipment out here and got all this acres. It's not hard to hide a body. Just trying to check him just a little bit.
He wouldn't have checked me with all that hair hanging down his back. I'd have been like, bring it. Let me tell you.
Brody needed a good flat iron, He needed a good flat iron to flat iron that hair down. Him and Shelby both him and Shelby need a good flat iron.
Guy number 3 didn't say flat iron. Did he say flat iron?
He said flat irons.
Yeah. Both of them, dude.
Now, is this flat iron going through their hair or is it going upside their head? I think they both need both. They need something flatly pressed against their head. Oh no.
Oh God.
What about that Valerie? Is it just like she's just in the wind or she's just there? I mean, I'm surprised. I thought that she wasn't going to even be on this season. I really thought Tyler got rid of that character.
I think that Valerie needs to take the edge off. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guy number 3. Mm-hmm.
No, I was just saying, when I saw the new addition, I really thought that Tyler took that character out, but apparently he kept her in, and I was shocked after having all those other girls there. But apparently he kept her in, and she's there for a reason. I guess the whole president situation she's involved with, but we'll see more of that with that. But she's just so angry, and I think Dax was, like, asking her why. Something about her that she's just angry. She's like that angry
I'd be angry too if I was in the same outfit for 3 days out in the woods. That's a lot to be angry about,
And can't wash her weave, right?
Wait a minute. I don't think Valerie has a weave, actually. Valerie doesn't have a weave. And Valerie, you guys remember, she's the quintessential black girl, so she's going to give you the attitude. And she's angry about something. But
she's giving you Southeast.
Yeah, but the thing we have to remember and respect about Valerie is that Valerie was the only black person in the show. So as much as I kind of went in on her too, the first episode, I was like, first episode of last season, I was like, what, this girl with the rolling of the neck and the attitude?
Yeah.
But, so I wanted to see, an African American, a black woman, or a black male, somebody black, a black shoelace, a black shirt, or something.
There was no black.
Look, you could never have too much black as far as I'm concerned, so I was fine with it. I'm fine with it. They could keep her.
Yeah, she can stay. She can definitely stay.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the show could have still worked without the additional black people, and if Tyler just kept it white, because he has all the other shows with a lot of blacks?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the dynamic of the show, I think, just alone with the fact that you got a president who's had this affair with this girl who's from backwoods alone, that alone is a storyline. So I think that, I mean, we didn't necessarily have to have black characters on the show. But I think what it does is it gives you a well-rounded behavior to the show, because it would be unrealistic to think that there's no black people within like a 40-mile radius of this trailer park. But, you know, it kind of adds a little element to the show, which, of course, we all can either, you know, kind of laugh at, which is what we're doing. But, you know, it's different. And I think that what the whole full dynamic is of the show is that you're going to see a range of characters, because you're going all the way from D.C. all the way to the country. And you got some in between, you know, because you got Brody, whose father was a doctor, and they're living in this house out in the middle of this field, Alabama nonetheless. But then you got these other characters who are all city folk. These people are city slickers. They work for the president, the whole thing. I think that gives it like a really sharp element. And then you've also got, you know, the trailer park mom with the trailer park grandkids, with the trailer park neighbors, with the trailer park, you know, broom handle with the mirror on the end. That is just a whole nother perspective of people and how they really live, because these people really exist. So I think the characters really give like the show a blend, if you will, and everybody will have someone on the show that they can relate to. So it's kind of kudos to him for even thinking about developing and branching out the characters, because you do want to keep your audience. That's the definite. But getting back to, you know, your Shelbys and your Annas, you know, Anna and this president, this woman, this is going to be toe-to-toe. This is going to be Hagler Hearns. You know, we're talking very Mike Tyson in the ring. So that's going to be really good to watch, because Heather Locklear is a force to be contended with. And I really love the fact that she's on the show, because she's going to give us stuff that we want to see. She's going to give that to us. And being the president's wife, that in and of itself, that's enough of a character that you'd be like, oh, well, wait a minute, what's going to happen here? So she's giving us what we want to see. I definitely think so.
Heather is giving it to the people now.
She's giving us what we want.
She's giving it to the president. She done lit up happy. She's not finished there. Oh my goodness!
I was shocked that Tyler Perry got her. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but now that I look at him, like, okay, nobody could do that but her. Like, that's her role.
That is her role.
Yeah, that faith.
Yeah,
but that faith, though.
Yeah, she's on it. She is definitely on it.
There's something going on with the kids, right? There's
well, you know,
something
Rebel
about
is very, very, very angry.
Very angry, yeah. But not only that, she had mentioned something about they have the same fathers or something.
Yeah, I was like,
what's that
about? When I heard her say that, I was like, okay, what's that about?
Well, apparently the backstory with that is about to unfold with the father, because I think the father, who is also the kid's grandfather, is now looking at Rebel. So it was forementioned. Yeah, it was previously mentioned that the father is, I think, on a sex offender list. So you really can't even be near the trailer park. So we don't know how that's going to unfold. But the girls have all stated that they have been impregnated by the father. So the children are a byproduct of, you know, both Anna and Shelby. So, you know, they're cousins, and now they're brother cousins and sister cousins and all kinds of stuff, you know. So we got to see how that kind of plays itself out, because we really don't know the truth of that part of the storyline yet. But then we also have, you know, the father, he's forthcoming, so we're going to see him, and we're going to see how everything relates to everything, because clearly that father's the reason that Anna left happy and didn't turn around and say goodbye. So we got to wait and see how that kind of brings itself into perspective. You know, we got to see if Rebel is the one that's really pregnant, you know, because this pregnancy test thing, that's kind of a dark horse slide of the thing.
I don't know if it's true, but they had ruled, they said, well, it's not Rebel.
I'm really hoping that it's Anna's, because I think it would bring more to that, because they would the president, the wife, they would be more involved. So I'm hoping that it goes that way. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes that way.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah.
Because supposedly, though, didn't she take that Plan B, or you don't think she swallowed it though?
I don't know. I think she might have, but we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's still too early to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be kind of far-fetched because, you know, she's only been in happy a few days, and now she's taking a pregnancy test. What would be the need? I mean, I knew what happened in the affair prior to, but it's kind of soon. You know what I mean? So we really don't know how that's going to work. Because I honestly think that it could be like a twist, and Brody could have gotten the older sister pregnant. So we don't know.
That's right.
Because remember, she was the one that was in the, you know, she was in bed. And, you know, here comes Shelby with the, it's a pregnancy test. So we don't know.
That's right.
We don't know.
Right.
That's right.
That takes on many different angles, too, right?
Yeah, there's so many different directions that could go in. So we got to see how that comes out. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Bonnie.
I wouldn't be surprised because there's so many possibilities out there.
Did y'all also catch, did y'all also catch they said that, Victor had an affair with the senator. Did we see the senator there?
The senator.
Yeah, we haven't seen. We saw a foreshadow of the senator. We saw a picture. But with that's going to be a full circle too, because we also see, and well, rather hear the fact that Victor's boyfriend Dax is dealing with the president's wife, and apparently they got some scheme going on. But when Dax even confronted Victor about the whole thing, he told Victor, he was like, you're messing with this man. You know this man doesn't like me. Like, why would you do that? So the truth of that is going to come out at some point. And then we're also going to have to wait and see how the whole backstory of why Dax is even doing what he's doing with the First Lady to unfold. So that's it's just a bit of a triangle, too.
But why is he in the First Lady's purse? Like, what is his debt to her, you know?
We don't know. I mean, that could have been, you know, maybe some sort of, you know, right hand to her. Mm-hmm.
How about that they are, so does everybody have the job back in D.C.? That's another question, right? Fair enough.
At this point, it doesn't look like everybody's hired, but it looks like the First Lady is definitely looking out for Dax, because she's saying everybody when it was necessary, he was with back to D.C. So that's why he's kind of stormed out of the house and rolled out. And, you know, he's already worked on this little plan, quote unquote, to get Victor's parents deported. So we don't know how that's going to work out, but I definitely think that once we see Dax get back to D.C., we're going to learn the truth of that whole dynamic. And that is going to unfold in a way that's going to, like, really roll all the way back downhill. You know, because if the president's wife is coming to Happy, Alabama to confront a mistress, it's going to be a heavy hitter. I mean, that's just going to be a heavy hitter by itself.
Right, guys, let me just jump in here very quickly. As I hear you guys going in on the show, I just wanted to sit back a little bit. For those of you who are tuned in, I'm still here. I just wanted to sit back and let them just go in so you guys can get an indication of how incredible and how incredibly interesting this show is, Too Close to Home. Here's my opinion, however. I've listened to everyone, and I want to just give a quick opinion about some of these characters and where I think this storyline is going. Mm-hmm. I am so absolutely glad to see Heather Locklear back. And the boat is settled, and that face is ready. She's ready to cut through everyone. She looks amazing, and she's serving up those lines. Here's the deal. Everybody's going back to D.C. as far as I'm concerned. I think everybody's going back to D.C. In fact, everyone is going to D.C. I think she's fetching. She wants to fetch Shelby and get Shelby back in D.C. I believe in the first season she made mention. She had already known what was going on. She knew. And she did not want her to run. She wanted to shame her, humiliate her there. Mm-hmm. She was going to tell. She was going to put it out there. I'm going to shame you here. So she didn't want her to run off and just be done, because she's not that type of woman, and she doesn't play that type of character. She wants to stomp you out and make you suffer where you are. So I think everybody's coming back. Shelby's coming back to be humiliated by the First Lady. I think Dax probably had some type of relationship with the First Lady, whereas I knew your dad, or I helped you, or, you know, or there was some information that was untrue when you came to try to get a job here, and I kind of found out about it, and I helped you get in so that you could be my little flunky. I think there's a relationship there, something that she's dangling over his head. No, we haven't seen that senator yet, but I can't wait to see what type of senator would be sleeping with that Victor. And,
like, you know, Wow. And then that senator is married, so that's going to really, whew.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing that. I think JB is low-key DL, if you can say that, right? That might be
really.
Yeah, but he's definitely on the DL. Usually those people who like to badger and beat the chest, they usually are. So I think that he is, and there's no other reason for him to be rubbing on the guy and playing in his hair. I think he absolutely is. I also believe that Victor, sleeping with this senator, I believe that he does love Dax, but I think that he clearly has a history of doing things like this, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they said he's from the Dominican Republic, so they do things like that. What I'm interested in seeing is how did Dax meet Victor? How did they link up? Yeah. Right. Was that on a vacation where you went down there, you picked up a trick and brought him back and tried to make him a housewife husband / thing, or whatever you call him these days? Listen, I'm interested also in this sheriff who seems to know a little bit about everyone, and he's kind of reserved. Everybody respects him, and he seems to exert a little bit of authority, but there's something that we need to find out about this sheriff, since he knows everybody's business and everybody respects him. Why do they respect him when they all seem to be so lawless? I want to find out about that. I believe that mama and everybody is coming to D.C. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that
Rebel going to get there.
She's going to get there if they have to put her in the back of a pickup truck. Here's the thing.
I love it.
Okay. They're going to hook that truck up and pull that trailer.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I think that Rebel is the one who's pregnant, because it almost wouldn't make sense for the older sister to be pregnant at this point.
Right.
Well, she's raising
everybody. She doesn't really need to have a kid. And if we remember the first season, when that sister, that crackhead sister, when she Shelby, when she came over to her sister's house, when she got to Bonnie's house, JB was sleeping. JB walked in and said, "Get off of my couch," which tells me JB spends time with the kids. It would just be, for me, it would be too predictable for that daughter to be pregnant by the grandfather, and it's too predictable. It'd be too predictable for now the older sister to be pregnant by Brody. I don't think Brody is capable of having kids, because if he was, he would have had some already with somebody else. I think that daughter is pregnant, but I think she might be pregnant by some little boy that we're going to see pop up, or she's going to be pregnant by JB. That's what I think. Would really be interesting. And, I think you guys talked about whether the show would have survived or would it have gotten a second season had there not been the addition or the new inclusion of these African-American characters. Absolutely. We're looking at things from an African-American vantage point, or just from a vantage point of what we like to see. So, I mean, I like all shows, and, if it's a good show, it's a good script, good lighting, good, makeup and stuff, and everybody's following direction, and they're not flubbing, I can get into it. They got a good plot, a couple of good twists, we can do it. But it's good to see us, because so many of us aren't working, and we complain sometimes about new actors who kind of just don't seem to shine, don't seem to get it. But we also, on the flip side of that, when we don't see these people, we see the same 6 to 8, popular black actors that you kind of get tired of seeing. It's like, oh, God, here she is again. Oh, God, here she is again. And personally, it's Diana Ross. I don't want to see you all the time. No. But that's just me. So, I think it's an amazing cast. I think the newcomers are absolutely beautiful. Even that little young wiry chick, the young wiry girl with the long braids. I think
Regina.
She has a lot. Fiery. And I think she's beautiful. I can't wait to see her husband.
Flawless beauty there,
Yeah, I can't wait to see her husband come into the picture. But I'm more concerned about the beautiful woman that's in the trailer next door. Nobody is. Nobody
trying to pull her out. I'm like, well, let her be incognito. Well, that's where she need to be.
Yeah.
Like, what's her secret?
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
Get at her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're going to find out what the secret is. Listen, you guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick this up next week when we talk about season 2, episode 3 of Too Close to Home. And you guys who are tuned in, we thank you for tuning in, and I hope that we have excited you and quenched your thirst for those of you who are waiting for somebody to really talk about the show. Also, for those of you who haven't seen it, I hope that this drives you straight to your remote control and that you will click TLC on Wednesday at what time is it, guy number 3?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, and tune in to Too Close to Home. Tyler Perry has really done his thing with this show. Now, if he can just put his finger on the pulse of what's going on If Loving You Is Wrong when the season returns, we'll be all well and good. I want to thank guy number 2 for his opinion. I want to thank guy number 3 for his opinion, and I want to thank Trinity for her perspective.
Yay, Trinity.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, thank you for tuning into the after show. We'll be back to give you more insane reviews. You know, it's all in fun, but look, we really love to hate some of these guys. So don't miss the next after show. Thanks for tuning in.